Okay, perfect. So, Sayu,
Yeah, thank you, Nathan. So, good evening, everyone, and welcome to our webinar. And I am Sairan, and I'm excited to be a host for today's session on Gen AI for Business. So, where we will explore with Nathan on how AI is transforming today's world and how we work and how we innovate and how we can use it for business. So this webinar is proudly hosted by Tech Tamil, and it's a vibrant community of tech professionals and entrepreneurs and also innovators. We bring people together to share knowledge, collaborate, and inspire through these meetups and workshops and events like this, helping our members to stay ahead in this fast changing world. And leading for today's session is Nathan, so who is a founder of EK Night and AgentTeammate, and he's a AI strategist and also an technology innovator. So he has lots of experience recently using this AI technology on business side. So he's going to share a valuable session with us, and hope it will be useful for everyone. And I would like to give like welcome Nathan, and please, thank you.
thank you, everyone. I'm recording this session, hoping to post it to the others. So, if anyone don't want any of your conversation to appear in the recording, you can turn off your video and audio message illamal you can chat. I will see the chat. Um, I may be a little bit distracted as I need to let people in also. There are people still joining, but I will get started.
I don't know.
Um,
There's an option you can assign somebody to
I know
LinkedIn.
I'm not able to. I don't
Okay,
know
no, okay, okay.
because all of you are outside of my organization.
Oh, okay, okay, got it, got it.
Yeah, so it is not letting me give. I wanted to give access to Sayu
Okay,
or
okay.
somebody, but I can't do that. Okay, so I'll get started, and then if you have any questions, you can stop me as I'm going through. And yeah, you can post it in chat as well. I have the chat screen also open. So in case if all of you are not, because we have a large people, it is hard to talk one another. Okay, let's get started. Okay, so I've been in this industry since about 92, 93. I don't want to bore you with what I've been doing. I have been doing enterprise software development. So all my customers used to be government, municipal, provincial, and federal government. Since so in 1998, I joined a small startup with 3 people, and what we did was basically before Google Maps, we created Google Maps, basically put maps on the internet, on the web browser. Before that, it was on Unix machines and Windows machines and specialized machines. And that was the time when internet came. And I saw the same opportunity in 2022-23 when AI, Gen AI came. AI has been here for quite some time. AI is in use by many companies for last probably 15 to 20 years. Amazon has been using, many large companies were using. But what is new is in the with ChatGPT, Gen AI. So Gen AI brings a lot of opportunities. So when I understood what is going to happen with Gen AI, I decided the only way to learn best is to actually get your feet wet. So how do you get your feet wet? You start doing things yourself. So I have a team. We started developing AI solutions. We did a lot of things wrong. So we learned quite a bit by doing a lot of things wrong. And also, as you can see, the AI is actually being developed very, very fast these days. I'm going to cover, so it's going to be an interactive session. I like you guys to ask questions on the chat if you have any comments, and I will be looking at the chat. And engage with the session so that you understand the material. And the way agenda for today is basically, I'm going to cover the GenAI basics and what is possible with GenAI. And then I'm going to show quite a bit of product demo so you actually see what is really possible. And I don't know how many of you have used. Can you put a message on the chat if you are using ChatGPT or something special tools that you are using? And how much experience do you have with AI, so that I know my audience, what their skill level with AI. And so the way I'm going to do it is that we said that this session is about an hour, but I know there are technical people here, and also we posted this message in Sri Lanka and India. There may be people will be joining a little later, and those are technical guys. So what I'm going to do is for 1 hour, I'm going to cover at high level, non-technical stuff, but AI related. And then the last thing, AI coding, I'm going to do a real project in front of you guys, starting from scratch. We are going to see how the vibe coding with AI, there is a lot of talk that today people are talking about. And I will basically be doing a project in front of you from scratch, okay? So that could take about an hour to hour and a half. If you like to stay, you can stay, or you can leave after this 1 hour. I'm recording it, so we are looking to post this. So at some point in a few days, if you want to come back and see the vibe coding, because it could take time with vibe coding. You code and then it does things, and it could take some time, go in circles. So that I don't know how much time it is going to take. I'm going to basically cover as much as I can. My goal is basically for you guys to see and understand that GenAI is something that you don't want to miss. Whether you like it or not, it is going to move on. So it is better for us to get on that bus. Okay, so with that, let's start with that. So what is GenAI? So GenAI is basically creating brand new content or transform existing contents. Okay, that is what GenAI is all about. It is creating content. The content could be in the form of text. It could be in the form of images, audio, video, or even source code. Okay, so if you are a person who is a writer, it can write for you. If you are someone who is an artist or who you want to create an image, you can create image. And then if you are a developer, you can actually create code as well. Video is coming, but it is at this time it is in its infancy. So there aren't too many good video models as of now. ChatGPT's Sora is getting better, and also Gemini from Google is doing quite a bit of work. And hopefully at some point these become very, very real that you can do things with. How does it do it? It learns patterns from large data, and then it is able to basically reproduce text by prediction. Okay, so this is the amazing part of the GenAI. No one has ever told for GenAI, this is how you're supposed to generate the data. It has learned from the data, and then it is generating data. So that's why, like, if you give any material, it will not produce the same thing again over again, and it will also not duplicate that material because of because it is basically in the way it generates content is by predicting. Now, that is true for textual and it is true for images also. So if you can imagine that it is generating a image, it is actually generating pixel by pixel. Okay. And all of those pixels put together, it is looking like an image to us. But to the computer, it is using a pattern and using that pattern to create the image. In the case of audio, again, it is creating bits. It is digital, so it is creating bits, and all those bits, when you play, it plays to make a sound. Video, again, same thing. It is nothing but it is creating frames by frames. That is the reason why today almost all of the video generation, they only do 20 seconds or 1 minute if you are on the high paying plan. Basically, when it is generating for 1 minute, it has to generate 30 images because it is 30 frames or 24 frames per second. So it creates 24 images, which makes up 1 second video. So if it is 1 minute, it will be 30 images times 60 seconds. So 60, so 900 images it has to generate for 1 minute video. Okay, so these models, there are so many models that has come today. There is GPT, which is from OpenAI. Stable Diffusion, this is a open source out of Europe coming. DALL-E is from OpenAI. Gemini, which is from Google. Claude, which is from Anthropic. DeepSeek, which is from China, one of the Chinese company. And then there are hundreds more. And there are more and more popping up every single day. And so as we were talking about, so deep learning and neural network. So when you give, these are the two keywords in the GenAI. I'm not going to go into any depth here. I'm only going to say the word and what it actually means so that when you are talking to somebody, you can, or when somebody is talking about these words, you can understand. Deep learning is basically an algorithm that is trained to learn from the data. So if you look at all of them, Google, whether it is Google or OpenAI or Anthropic, all of them are training on freely available data from web. Why aren't they all same? Because they are all reading from the same data, same material. The reason why they are different and the way they produce the data different is because of the deep learning algorithms that they have written, which the deep learning algorithm creates the neural networks. Neural networks is nothing but, at the end of the day, ones and zeros, which sits in a file, which is what they call the parameters. This parameter is what builds this entire knowledge neural network. This neural network, at the end of the day, has connections with each of the bits or each of the byte that it has saved into the file. It is having a pattern, what are the possible things that it can do. And it's basically a pattern. And then using that pattern, it is able to replicate. Output is basically guided by probabilities. Believe it or not, when it is generating text, it does not write words. it writes something known as, it actually outputs something known as token. Okay, so these tokens is what actually makes up the entire paragraph. Each token has a set of letters that makes up. So each token is made up of 3 to 5, in some cases 8 characters. That's what makes up the token. So this is the reason why when you see, if you are seeing pricing on the APIs, what you will see is that they will tell you 1 million token is $4 or 1 million token is $75. 1 million token is equal to about 750,000 words. So 1,000 token is about 750 words. So 1 million will be about 750,000 words. So what are the real world applications and examples when it comes to this? So one of the thing is medical related image analysis and even drug discovery. So all the major pharmas today able to do some of these drug discovery way faster than before, because of the way they are using the AI, okay, artificial intelligence. In their case, it's not necessarily Gen AI. They are using the fundamentals of Gen AI, but they are building their own algorithms and own neural networks. They create their own so that they are able to, because they want to own the formulas and they want to own the algorithms for that reason. And then content creation. This is what has taken by storm from ChatGPT days. Anyone who wants to write a blog, now I don't know of anyone who writes real content, because anytime you write the content, after you're writing it, you're checking it with ChatGPT. I say that most of us have gone from creators to curators, because we are not really originally creating things anymore. And we give a prompt, and then the prompt generates, and then we tweak it, we edit it, and then again put it back in ChatGPT. If you see, that has become the pattern of many people. And I don't blame them, because some work that would have taken my team 2 weeks to do, now we are able to do it in half a day or 1 day or 2 days at the most. Okay, so it's 10 times, 20 times productivity gain. Why not? And emails, another one, emails and write-ups. These are some of the things. Entertainment, there are script writing. Even ChatGPT does an amazing job. If you give the prompt right, it will do an amazing job on script writing. There is a product called Suno, which can actually create music. So I wrote a song some time back. I don't know where it is sitting. I wrote a song using ChatGPT. I said half of the song I wanted in Vairamuthu style, and half of it in the bottom half in Vali's style. And it created the song for me. And then I took it to Suno and I created the song. It's a 3.5 minute song. It was really good. And I did this about 7-8 months ago. So I'm sure things have improved even much further today. Design and art, digital illustrations, concept arts. This is another big one. So many of you or some of you said that you have technical background, and if you are trying to create wireframes these days, like ChatGPT, Claude does an amazing job in creating wireframes. So you don't necessarily have to sit and do every little thing. The only thing is it could suggest a lot more things than what you really want. So you need to have proper control on your prompting. The prompting is the big deal here. If you see that when you're trying to generate something, if you are not getting the right output, what that means is you need to tweak your prompt. Okay, that itself has become the art and science. I see today people writing 10 lines of prompt and then claiming that this is my IP. Okay, and I don't blame them. Today I saw a demo for somebody, and I saw that they have a product that they are selling for $150 per user, $150 or $180 per user, and all it is basically nothing but prompts behind the scene. But when we like today, if you see Salesforce is selling for $200 or $500 per user license, charging thousands of dollars. What they are charging for? They were charging for people writing code. So today, prompt is the code. So this is the reason why many people are saying today everyone in the world is a programmer. The reason is you know how to talk. If you can talk, you can be a programmer, because you can tell what the output should be in a prompt which is written in English. So you don't need to know coding anymore. And programming, this is a big one. So the AI generated code, people call this vibe coding or AI generated code. GitHub has GitHub Copilot, which does AI code generation, and then Anthropic has something called as a Claude Code, and then there are Cursor, Windsurf, and then there's a number of more. I have literally over the last maybe 1.5 years, I have tested literally every single one of them. And today I'm going to show you after in the later part of the session, Claude Code, how to use Claude Code. And Google Firebase Studio is another one too. Unfortunately, I have to say that with all the ones that I have tested in the last 2 months, the best is actually Claude. Anthropic's Claude. Opus is the best, but it is unfortunately very, very expensive. It's $75 per million tokens. So I ended up getting the highest subscription. So I can show you later, like in the last 10 days, it's like almost $1,500, $2,000 it is running. Because the code generation they are charging quite a bit. But the code is actually really good. Okay, so in the code generation, the beauty is that you can code from scratch. You can also show your code and ask that there is a bug here. Where do I fix? So can you show me the lines? It will be able to actually show you those things as well. So I want to talk a little bit about disruptors a little bit. Why this GenAI is a big deal. When I saw it first time, ChatGPT, it was like, you type something and it outputs. Okay, what is the big deal? Yeah, it's just it generates something for you. So what? But when I really understood the possibilities, that's when I saw this is not the same technology anymore. This is way better, and it's something new that we have not seen before. So in order for us to actually take advantage of AI, we need a paradigm shift. So what is a paradigm? A paradigm is a set of beliefs, assumptions, and methods and ways of thinking that we have built over a period of time. When you want to make paradigm shift, you cannot do it overnight. It takes you, some people a month to do, some people 6 months to do, some people years to do. This is why you will find many people who use. I was working at working for a company in 2000s, one of my client, and we were looking at their systems, and what we saw is that they had Windows 98 based applications running in 2010s. Okay, so this is like almost 15 years later. Some code that was written by students in the 90s, which solved a problem for them, and they never wanted to change because change takes time, and also you need to start to do something that is uncomfortable for you because you are not used to it. So AI is going to be one of those things. For some people who are using it on a regular basis, you're going to shift very, very quickly. For some people, it is going to take time. But how you thought in the old paradigm, you cannot be thinking the same way. You cannot be approaching the same way for AI solutions. So if you are patching up your existing product with AI versus a AI native product will be two different way you will be building it. The concept of disruption. So basically, when a disruption happens is that when you have a brand new innovation that was happening on the side, and then all of a sudden it challenges the market leader. So if you saw ChatGPT was started in 2016, and they were sitting in, writing things, and they were making an API available. It was going nowhere for almost 8 years or so. Nothing fancy that happened until ChatGPT 3.5 and 4. Nothing big that had happened. There is a company called Co-Counsel, which was almost going bankrupt. They also started along the same time, 2016, and they raised almost $100 million, and they were burning out of the money and running out of the money. And ChatGPT came and saved them. They turned around and built a product on top of ChatGPT and sold it to Reuters for $700 million in less than 6 months. It's the way that the Co-Counsel, which is actually used by lawyers, what it was able to do with the OpenAI API is amazing. So that's basically what is a disruption. So if you see, Netflix disrupted the cable TV, and Blockbuster. Blockbuster was the market leader. In fact, they had a chance to buy Netflix for $6 million. They didn't buy, and they ended up dying, eaten away by Netflix. And then the thing is, the new company or the new innovation that is coming, it is not playing by the same rules established by the market player. So if you look at AI, actually the AI came out of Google's labs, DeepMind, but the OpenAI mastered it before. OpenAI mastered it before actually Google did it themselves. So if you look at Netflix, they didn't go after the same customer base that Blockbuster was going after. They initially started with CD mailing so that there was no late fee. And then they started streaming. So people who were living at home was able to get it. And then all of a sudden, you see Blockbuster is not able to catch up with them. Same thing with Uber. Uber is not playing by the same rules as a taxi company. So you have the taxi drivers who work hard to actually get the taxi license, and then all of a sudden Uber comes and says anybody can start driving. All of a sudden you have thousands of drivers. Anybody who can drive can become a taxi driver. They were not playing by the same rules. Okay, this is what disruption is all about. So if we were to type a question, many of you engineers will be able to relate to this example that I'm giving. How do I code Node.js to integrate Google? It's not really a full. Some of you understand exactly what I'm trying to do, but I have not worded it right. I have purposely done that. Okay. Now, what it has done is it's basically going and showing me the results, and then I would basically look through, and anything that you want to find, you basically Google it. Okay. And we will go to Stack Overflow, and then we will find the answer, some sample code, and we will integrate. But today, if I ask the same question to Google, Google has this AI overview that they are giving, which basically gives me the answer, and I don't have to look through anything further. I don't have to look for the answer. The same thing is what ChatGPT did. Okay. Because ChatGPT did, and ChatGPT was starting to steal traffic from Google, Google had no choice but to insert this in theirs. Not only that, it even gives me the code to integrate. Again, this code may be 80% correct, 80% or 90% correct. ChatGPT also does the same thing. Okay. It all depending on how good your question is, and you're going to get the answer. Now, if I did this, Stack Overflow is something that literally everyone who has coded in the last 10, 15 years, after 2010, if you have coded, you will know what this Stack Overflow is. Today, Stack Overflow is on the 4th page, 10th result. It used to be number 1 or number 2 in Google. Okay, 2 years ago, they were number 1. Look at their traffic. Okay, so they were so high, and then all of a sudden, with the ChatGPT, they are basically going, I don't know what, I have never been to this site in the last 1 year. I don't know what is happening with Stack Overflow. Even though Google is losing traffic, Google is still keeping the momentum. So this graph is actually from ChatGPT. ChatGPT says 13.6 billion queries happening in a year, and Perplexity is saying 13.9 billion happening. So it's almost probably the same. Okay, but I know for a fact I am using ChatGPT, Perplexity, Claude Code, GitHub Copilot, and my usage of Google have gone down 80%, maybe more. So I'm sure you will have the same thing. Even though I have Gemini, I also use Gemini too. Gemini is good for researching. Gemini is really good. Stack Overflow, I have not been there in the last 1 to 2 years. I can't think of a day I have been there. Okay, now I'm going to go through AI tools, and I'm going to actually start showing you some of the things rather than talking about them. So this is ChatGPT. How many of you have not used ChatGPT? Please type in here. Anybody has not used? Okay, so I assume everyone has used it. So ChatGPT basically, let me ask one question. How old is Tamil language. Okay, so this basically goes back and gives me the answer. This is not responding this is responding back with the actual answer. Now, if I said that same query, but if I said I want you to search through web and then give me, what it is going to do is it is going to search through some web and it is going to put some reference to it. So in this case, what you're able to do is you're able to see the source where your content is coming. So depending on what you are trying to do, you want to use it correctly, the tool. If you are looking for facts and you want some reference, use the one with search. Now, I am using all paid tools, so I don't know. I have not used the free version for quite some time. So I'm not able to say whether all of these features are available in free version. If somebody knows, you can cover. You can put it in the chat whether it does. The next item is Canvas. So let me show you each one of these tools, what it is actually doing. So if I say Canvas, what Canvas is able to do is it now opens up a document and I'm able to tweak this more. Okay, so let me see this, and I can go and say that, can you expand on the conclusion with some facts? Now, I'm making spelling mistake, but it is perfectly fine for you to make mistake. Okay, so if you make spelling mistake, it still understands the context really, really well. Okay, so as you can see that it is going on. So this is a little bit different from you continuing to chat, because what you can do is you can chat continuously and then you can do a download. You can either get a docx file or a PDF file. If you get a PDF file, now I have a PDF, or if I wanted Markdown or Word, you will be able to basically get any one of these. And then also you can share this exact document with somebody if you created a document. Okay. That is basically the that's the Canvas, and we looked at the web search. Study and learn, this is a new feature that is coming. This I'm not 100% sure, but if I remember correctly, what this is the release that they had just a couple of weeks ago, focusing on students and universities. So OpenAI is partnering with schools, and basically it is meant for students and teachers. Okay, now as you see, this is good for learning subjects. Okay, so if you want to learn Python, you can actually use this to actually learn, and it will ask you questions and you can chat and you can continue to learn. I didn't purposely run this deep research. Agent mode, this is again another one that just has come in. What this does is it launches a PC on the back end, it launches a server on OpenAI side, and it will perform the research for you, and then it will give you the results back. I'm going to run a deep research. This deep research it takes quite some time. And then depending on how complex your query is, it will do. So I'm going to expand my prompt. I would like to know how long Tamil has been spoken in Sri Lanka, India, and any other countries. I need 5,000. I need a 10-page document citing facts, documents, websites. Okay, I haven't written. I normally write a paragraph if I want to run a deep research. I sometimes even ask, okay, let's do this fun way so that I'm not going to ask the I want to do a deep research. Can you give me a proper prompt? Okay, so what this is going to do is basically, it is going to give me a prompt that I'm going to run. So instead of me writing the prompt, I'm actually getting ChatGPT to write the prompt. Okay, so this has now given me the prompt. I'm going to now take this and run a deep research. Okay, so now this is asking me some question before it actually goes on. So this is like a deep research assistant. So you tell somebody to do the work and they're asking you some question. And after that answer, after that answer, it will continue. So I'll say APA, yes, include visual charts. Actually, I'm going to say both. And provide the best you think. Okay. So this is now going to run the deep research. This could take Gemini. Okay. Here also, I'm going to run a deep research. Yeah, running the same query on both. I'm going to let both of them to continue because these two are going to take some time. I've seen sometimes it taking 10, 15 minutes, or sometimes even half an hour, 45 minutes to run this query. Perplexity, this is another good one. So what Perplexity does is, Perplexity by default, it always goes and refers to the web, and it pulls real content, and then it basically creates the article. So it creates the article for you, but everywhere you can see that it has referred some real content, and you can click on it and you can go to that particular source. Okay, So this is basically like Google giving you those links. It's just that it has taken things from it and it has summarized it. It is going to be good to see how this AI is going to shape up, because just 2 days ago, the Cloudflare company, what it has done is basically it is saying, if you want to refer to a website, you have to pay for the website. So now I wonder how this is going to go. They just launched it like 2 days ago. So how it is going to happen, I don't know, because if these people have to, because they're saying Cloudflare, the AI companies have to get permission and pay for it before using the content, and it will be pennies or pennies on the fraction of a penny. We have to see how this is going to go through. So Perplexity basically does the whole thing, and then it gives you continually, you can actually keep on, it suggests what is the next thing that you can do. Okay, and you can keep expanding on it. Claude is another one. Claude Sonnet is Sonnet and also Opus. These two are really, really good. So what do I mean by really good? If you're writing articles, if your prompt is not that great in ChatGPT, if you create, sometimes people can see that, oh, this thing is AI generated. Not sometimes, maybe many times. But Claude is a little bit hard because it is able to, the way it is writing a paragraph is very similar to human writing. Okay, so how we write, I'm sure all of them are improving. Claude probably got it better. It looks like their algorithm, because this is one, the Claude is the one that is able to generate even code really, really good. So probably their formulas are really good. So this is one that I'm on, actually a $300 plan monthly, max plan I have, because because of the way that it helps me to do things. Then this is one of my tools, Ignite. What we are doing is basically we provide you access to all the models. So there are hundreds of models. Okay, so we give you access to the best model so that you don't have to pay in every place. You only pay single fee, and then you can basically use models from different ones, because everybody is not going to be using it heavily. Many people just do simple things, but you can make use of the right tool. This is another one out of France. It's called Mistral. I'm going to ask the same question. Watch one thing here. This is too short. Look at the speed of this. Okay, this is probably the fastest AI model that I know. This is basically Mistral is using a CPU which is not NVIDIA CPU. They are using a system called Cerebras. They implemented that. That is, whereas ChatGPT and Gemini and all of them, they are in the 100 words per second, or 100 words per minute. This is in the range of about 2,000 words per minute. So it is pretty fast. So if you're writing applications, this is a good model to use because this is really, really fast. And you need to have the prompt right, because this is not the best model that I see. If you prompt properly, you will be able to make the most out of this model. Another thing that I normally do is in ChatGPT, you can actually run a query on a timely manner. So every day, I have it set up 3-4 things that I do, maybe about 7 or 8 of them. Every single day, it gives me an AI news briefing. So this is my today's briefing, and this was yesterday's brief. Every day, it gives me at 10 o'clock. It will do this, and then it will notify me, okay, here is your today's AI news. So I basically just go and read this. So it gives me, so you can summarize or you can write a prompt what you want, and then you can run it, schedule it. So it basically runs it whatever time that you said, and it will continue to give you. This is called HeyGen. This is for video generation.
The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People by Stephen R. Covey. Introduction. Published in 1989, The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People revolutionize personal development by shifting focus from quick-fix personality techniques to timeless principles of character. Stephen Covey argued that true success comes not from surface-level tactics, but from aligning our lives with universal principles like integrity, courage, and justice. The book presents a holistic approach to personal and interpersonal effectiveness, moving readers through 3 stages of development. From dependence to independence, private victory.
Okay.
From independence to interdependence, public victory.
An option for
and continuous renewal. Covey's genius lies in recognizing that lasting change requires an inside-out approach. We must first master ourselves before we can effectively work with others. What makes this book timeless is its principle-centered philosophy.
You still cannot hear, is it?
While techniques are situational, principles are universal.
Okay.
Covey teaches that when we align our habits with natural laws governing human effectiveness, we tap into extraordinary power for growth and contribution.
Okay, I will share this in the group.
The 7 habits
later.
aren't just practices, but a comprehensive framework for living with integrity, purpose, and balance. Part 1. Paradigms and Principles.
It's basically based on
Before diving into the habits, Covey establishes crucial foundations. He distinguishes between the personality ethic, quick-fix techniques, and the character ethic, fundamental principles. Consider Marcus, a sales manager who attended countless seminars on closing techniques and positive thinking.
And then it basically does the
Despite mastering every trick, his team's performance remained mediocre.
According to the sentence that it is speaking.
He was operating from the personality ethic, manipulating rather than inspiring. When Marcus shifted to the character ethic, focusing on genuinely understanding his team's needs and building trust, sales soared. What we are communicates far more eloquently than anything we say or do, Covey writes. The concept of paradigms, our mental maps of reality, proves transformative. Covey shares the famous optical illusion of the young old woman to demonstrate how 2 people can see the same thing differently. Rachel, a CEO, saw her employees as lazy and unmotivated. When she shifted her paradigm to see them as capable people lacking proper systems and support, everything changed. Same people, different.
Now, so far, I'm showing you out-of-the-box tools. But so what is the big deal with AI in terms of your application? So this is one of my tools called LearnTelligent, which is a learning platform, one of my platforms. And here, basically, I'm going to say, I think we are going to run out of time. So I'm going to finish quickly. Okay, so I'm going to create a course for social media marketing for beginners. Okay, course level, this is for beginners. And I want the writing style to be casual. Okay, I'm going to take the shortcut, so I'm not going to fill in most of the things. All I have done is I just gave the topic of the course that I'm going to create. I can give knowledge context. If I know what I want to teach in the course, I can give. And by default, all of these things that you're seeing, this is going to be the default. It's going to create 6 modules for this training purpose. I'm going to say 3 modules with 2 lessons each. So I only want to create 3 modules with 2 lessons. And I say continue. This is where the Gen AI power is coming. Okay, you using it in ChatGPT. Yes, of course, you can write some things, right? You can write emails and so on. So based on the topic that I have given, it is suggesting me a few course title. Okay, so I'm going to take the first one, Social Media Marketing 101, your guide to getting started. And then it is giving me a teaser, unlock the secrets to engaging your audience online and building your brand from scratch. That's my teaser. Then it is also, it went and generated description. I can change it. Okay, if I want to edit it, I can always edit this and change my content. And for the time, for saving time, I'm just going to accept this. I can upload a picture. Now what it is doing is that based on the topic, it is actually now going and creating the curriculum. Okay, so let's see the curriculum that it is going to create. It has gone and created. I'm seeing the curriculum. So I said 3 modules, 2 lessons each. So introduction to social media marketing, crafting your social media strategy, engaging and growing your audience. Okay. Now I'm going to take the shortcut. I'm saying create all the content also for me for the course. Okay. Normally, if I did it this way, you still have to validate, but I'm just taking all the shortcuts and default. It is pretty good. Okay, we have behind the scene, we are doing a number of things which actually make sure the quality of the content. So now I have completed creating the course. Now I can go and look at the content, and if I'm not happy with it, I can go edit the content. Okay, so this now I can change and edit the content. I'm not going to do that. So you can see understanding social media platforms. Welcome to our first lesson on understanding social media platforms. In this lesson, we explore the core social media platforms that determine the digital landscape today. And then it is telling me all about overviews and so on. Okay. This is, I have done this, so I'm going to take this course. Okay, so this, now I can actually go through the course. Okay, I forgot to do one thing. Let me go back and do this so that you can see the power of it. Athena, this is a personal tutor that we have. So when you enable that, what happens is that it has a chat that I can, if I don't understand some of the topic, I can actually ask. So why should I use Facebook? Okay, if I ask a question, what this is going to do is, it is telling me, so this information that it is telling me, it may or may not have, okay? So in this case, it has that information, and then it is telling me wide reach, versatile advertising options, community building, content variety, so all of these. So if in case your course, the learner is not happy with the existing content, they can ask questions and learn more. Okay, this is another product. So I want to show you the power of AI. Okay, this is another product that that for real estate agents that I'm building. So in this one, you basically, when you come in, this has website, CRM, everything for a real estate agent. I can come here and start talking. So I'm going to talk to the system. Hopefully the microphone is going to work. Can you create a contact for John Doe? John Doe's phone number is 416-444-5566. And his email is johndoe@gmail.com. Okay, so here I have basically spoken in English and natural language. Okay, what it has done is, it has basically gone and identified all of them. It cleaned up my natural language. It has gone and did all of this. So now first name, last name, and phone number it got. It is showing me all of that. Okay. Now, I'll say he likes a 3-bedroom, 2-bath, 2-car garage in the Markham area. So you can see that what it is now doing is that it is actually going and populating your whole CRM with your natural language. And this is where the world is going to go. So if you are a developer, this is where it is going. Okay, I have a few more to show, but I'm not going to. I think in the time, I'm going to stop here, and then go into the coding side of the things. This is another one I'm an advisor to. This is actually coming out of Jaffna. The entire development team is actually in Jaffna. And what we have here is, we have about more than 14 AI agents. It handles from everything from writing a job description to posting the job description to LinkedIn to other platforms. And then when the people apply for it, it will go and filter, it will read the resume, rank the resume, and then it will automatically send out email to the people for interview, whoever it has selected. And then it will perform the interview. It has a video interview that it will do the video interview. It looks for language skills. If it is a technical, it will do technical skills as a assessment, all of this, and then it will shortlist the candidate. It will again rank the whole thing and then give it to the HR department. HR department can go and see what did this person actually say in the videos. So they can go to the specific question and see the answer if they wanted to. All of this is completely automated. We have already done over 5,000 interviews with 5,000 people. Okay, so it's not the same person did 5,000 interviews. This week we are doing some pilot tests in Canada for nurses hiring. So this basically will help them with that. Okay, that's all I wanted to cover in this. I have a few more things, but I think I'm going to skip them for now. Any questions so far? I think you guys can unmute yourself and talk now. So after this, I will cut off in the recording.
So, Mr. Thiyagarajah sir, so you're running a business in US also?
Sorry?
You're running your business in USA also?
No, I'm not.
Okay. So, Learn Intelligent tool, you are creating it, right?
Yes.
So, those one is specifically for the course content for the developers, or it is useful for the users?
No, this is for course content creators. So this is a platform that I'm creating for companies and those who teach courses for them. It's a platform for them.
All those are paid version?
Sorry?
All those are paid version?
Yes, yeah. Currently, currently I have a few users that are testing, and it is free, but it will eventually we will be charging.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Hello, this is Dharmarajan. How are you?
Rajan,
So I have a question. So for the PhD students,
yeah.
How do you find that it's come from their original or from AI generated stuff? How they identify?
I don't know. So it is all based on. Here I didn't. Let's see how this guy is going. So you can see the deep research in the ChatGPT is still going on. My search has not completed yet.
Right.
Okay. So it has already referred 23 sources. So you can see it's picking up from news, Wikipedia. So far, it has referred 23 sources. And this one, so you can see that it is researching from YouTube to all the websites and everything. So even day before yesterday or last week, just a few days ago, in one of the podcasts, Bill Gates was saying that even for his foundation, the first level research, now he is doing it with AI. And then after doing this with AI, then he takes it to an expert to get the opinion. Okay, this is actually, it all depending on how good your prompt is. So your prompt is the whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So I created almost a 9-10 hour course on just how to write prompt, because I learned it, and I learn better when I'm doing something for the others. So for that reason, I created it. I have most of it is available in learnwithnathan.com. So if you go, the material is actually free. You can see, you just need to put your this, and I have the entire course is actually here. What is fine tuning? What is hallucination? What is latency? To how to write prompts? How do you write? And I have so many samples of how the prompt should be. What the examples are. This is almost a 9-10 hour course if you really want to learn properly. I learned it over months and years.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah.
The other question about, as a programmers, how it's going to affect this AI technology. Do you think the programmers still needed? I believe so. It's needed.
So that is my next 1 hour. I don't know if you have that 1 hour to spend with me. I'm going to continue.
So some short summary. So
yeah. So in a short summary, if I were to say, as a programmer, you cannot be the usual programmer that you were 2 years ago or
right.
1 year ago.
Right.
you have to be a solution developer. You cannot be a software developer. So the term software engineer, I don't have the diagram, but I normally say that in a business, if you are going to launch a product, coding and writing source code is about 20% of the entire cycle.
Right.
Okay, rest of the 80% is doing everything else that makes that product successful. What has happened is that 20%, I think it has gone to 10% or maybe 8%. And so you see this application that I have, I don't know if it is running right now. Yes. This application is one of my applications called nmovie. This I had this idea for this in 2013. And I started developing this in about 2017, and I completed it in 2019 sometime. I have a few enterprise customers. I wanted to launch a consumer version because currently it's heavy charge and heavy things that goes on top of it.
Right.
So about 2 months ago, I said, so we created it actually, the commercial version was 60%, 70% ready in 2019. And I was going to launch it and then COVID hit. So the moment COVID hit, I could not continue with this. So I had to put it to rest and then it never came back. I think it was a good reason that it didn't come back. So now what I'm doing is I'm building this whole thing from scratch, AI native. So this one I'm developing AI native and machine native. What do I mean by machine native? So now what is going to happen is that in the next year or two, not even a year, maybe in the next year, or it's already happening, your applications, instead of a person coming, you're going to have AI and computers are going to be coming. So I want the AI to be first-class citizen. Okay, because normally what we do is whenever we code programs, we code for the human first, and then we put in APIs.
Right.
Okay, API for systems to pull data and things like that. The way I'm doing this whole thing now, the way I have architected is I'm architecting everything from the ground up, and this entire code is being written using AI.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Okay, so I have a team of 3 people who are doing this work, but all of them are using AI. Okay, so this here is a browser called Comet. Okay, see where the AI is going. And this is Comet, and this is my application. This could be any application. Okay, this could be Salesforce.
Right.
And I say that in this AI assistant, I'm saying, can you create a sample contact?
Start from the
okay, sample contact for John Smith. Okay, see what it is going to do. Okay, this is, I'm writing it on the right side, which is AI tool. It went and automatically clicked on the button, and then it is now going to fill in the information based on the location. Okay, I'm not touching my keyboard. You can see my hand. Okay, I'm not clicking mouse. I'm not doing anything. Okay, right. So it went and basically created this whole thing. This is where AI is going.
Okay, good. Yeah.
Okay, so but now what is happening is that this time frame that we have, over the next few years, what people are doing is people are having AI to interface with the existing legacy applications.
Right.
So this, as far as I'm concerned, this is a legacy application because this is only human can use, AI cannot use. So now what is AI is doing is AI is pretending to be a human, and it's starting to control the keyboard and control the mouse. Okay, so for that reason, what I am doing here is that I'm saying, if you are a machine, come and talk to me in your machine way. Okay,
Right.
so that is what the MCP server, there was a, so I don't know if I didn't go into that. MCP is a protocol that is created by Anthropic, and it's open source. What MCP does is it allows AI natural language to communicate with systems. Okay, so this one you can see that I have knowledge base. There's quite a bit of development we are already through. Okay, this will be launching in the next few months. I'm planning to launch it actually a pre-version in the next 4 to 6 weeks. If anybody interested in following, let me give you, can you guys scan this and join this WhatsApp chat, a WhatsApp group? Then I will keep you up to date and I'll give you access to it. And I have a lot of materials that I can share as well. Can you see the,
Can you
actually,
zoom out?
let me do this. I'll put it on the chat so that you can get that and you can join that WhatsApp chat, and I will share the information with you guys. And as I come across materials interesting, I will share as well.
Thank you very much for that.
No problem. So to your answer, or to answer to your question, I would say in a little different way. So we have right now, I have 33 people on this chat. Out of the 33 people, how many of you have a mobile phone? Anyone don't have, please put it on the chat. So all of you have a phone, and all of you probably have a 60 to 80 to 100 megapixel camera on your phone. Okay, if you have a Samsung, you have like, I think 108 on the version 23. Now I think it is well over 190 megabits. Okay, but how many of you can go and do a wedding photo or an event photo really good? Okay, probably 2 or 3 of you are able to do that task of going and doing a wedding shoot or an event shoot. But rest of us still pay $3,000 for somebody to come and take the videos. Okay, so this is how I also see that AI is going to democratize. Everybody is going to have the tool. But are we all going to be able to use it at the same caliber? I think it is going to be, there will be people who will master, and then there will be people who can do things, small things. And so the same way we will have 3 tiers. There will be a consumer, there will be a prosumer, and then there will be experts who do. So I don't think programming is going away, those experts, but the only problem is the people who it's going to be democratized. Okay, so everybody is going to be able to code. I think it is now 10 o'clock. At least I should just fire up one thing so you guys can. Anybody else has any other questions? I'll be happy to take them. And do you all have time? Another half an hour, 1 hour you want to spend with me, or should I shut off?
So would you be sending the slides to us?
I'm going to send the video one step better.
Got it. Thanks.
Okay. So if you join the WhatsApp in a couple of days, I'm going to just do some edit just to make sure that none of my private stuff is there or anybody's stuff is there. I'll make sure that, and then I will edit it and I'll send it out.
Thanks.
So this is a brand new project that I started, okay, Visual Studio. And I'm going to launch my Claude Code. Okay. And I'm going to do something really silly because I made a lot of mistakes to learn. So I'm going to make those mistakes in front of you so that you see. I don't want to just perform. So let's write everybody uses a project management and everybody understands the project management. Okay, so I'm going to write a project management system. I would like you to create a project management software for my company with 5 people. We do small projects that runs for 30 to 60 days. Okay, so because if you are a business person, everybody is saying that anybody can write code. Okay, you see on YouTube so many videos. I want to tell you that it is not there yet. Okay, it may get there. So one good thing that Claude Code does is that if you can see, I gave the prompt. Okay, this is my prompt. After I give my prompt, let me change my resolution. Are you guys able to read it?
Bit difficult.
Yeah, so hold on a second because I want you to read it. I'm going to change my resolution so that, oops, I changed it on the wrong one. Can you read this now?
Yeah, almost.
Small, but நீங்க read பண்ணுங்க.
Okay, so yeah. Okay, so basically I said I would like you to create a project management software. My company with 5 people, we do small projects that runs for 30 to 60 days. This will be a typical prompt that a business person will write. Okay, so it says, I'll help you to create a project management software for your 5-person company. Let me start by planning this project and understanding your requirements. It's going to keep on asking me, so I'm just going to say yes. Okay, I'm not going to argue with it. I'm just going to accept everything that it gives me. So once in a while, I'll just go and say yes, so that it can continue with the work. Okay, so what it is now doing is that, so first it basically gave me a plan. The to-do list it created. The to-do list is analyze requirements for 5-person team project management software. Second to-do is design system architecture and tech stack. Create project structure and initial setup. Implement core features, project, tasks, and team members. Add timeline calendar functionality for 30 to 60-day projects. Implement user authentication and authorization, create dashboard and reporting features, add responsive UI for mobile and desktop use. This will be a typical to-do a developer will do. So it has already got my requirement. It didn't get me, but from that 2 line, it already made a lot of assumptions, okay? And then it has already designed the system architecture tech stack. Okay, so it has already in the planning. So it is asking me, can I make changes to my system? So I said, okay. Okay, learn. Okay, I made a mistake, so I'm going to close this and reopen another window. I made a small mistake, but I'm going to run the same prompt. So I'm going to take that. This time, what I'm going to do is I forgot to open a TechTaml POC. Okay, so I'm opening up a project folder. I have no files, nothing. You can see I have all of them. I have Chat, OpenAI, Copilot, Gemini, Klein. Yes, proceed. And okay, so I'm going to run the same thing. So again, this has basically creating the to-do list. Okay, and it is saying I can see empty directory, which is perfect for starting fresh. Let me create a modern project management system tailored for your 5% team with 30 to 60-day project. It's asking me whether it can save. I said yes. So you can see the first file showed up. And then it wants to make the directory for me. So you can see it created a client folder and it has created a server folder. And it is deciding that it wants to use SQLite, and it decided on its own it's going to use React.js, and it wants to do Node.js on the backend. So that is a system decision that it has already made. It has already created the scripts for creating the tables. And it is now populating. So it's now creating the client-side index.html file. Okay, I don't know what it is doing. It looks like it was starting with, because it is starting with the index.html. Okay, team project manager. Oh, it's in the public. So this is for the public website it is creating. And then it is creating the source code for the client. So this is React.js. And it created the CSS. It is creating components now. So it is componentizing it. Okay, which is good for reusabilities. Create front-end interface project for project tracking. So it's now creating the front end. It created a login page, and it's going to run on localhost on port 5000. Okay, so it is creating a dashboard. I have not written a single line of code so far. You can see. Okay. Okay, so and create. It is now setting up the creating the setup, and it is creating an installation documentation also. I don't know where the documentation is going. It has created a .env file, environment file for you to run. Okay, but I can see that it is making some mistakes. Let's see if it is going to find those mistakes and fix. Because making mistake is very common in development. So it's not that it is mistake, it's part of the evolution process. Okay, So now it tells me that perfect, I have created a comprehensive project management system for your 5% company. Here is what I have built: a complete project management system, user authentication, secure login registration, project dashboard, a Kanban task board. Wow. A team collaboration, assign tasks to team members, timeline management, perfect for 30 to 60-day project, progress visualization, so completion percentage and deadlines. The tech stack that it used is Node.js, Express, and SQLite. In the front end, it has used React and React Router. Authentication, it is using JWT tokens and encrypted password. Install dependencies, npm run install all, and then it says start the application, so run npm. So say, for example, I don't know much. I'm going to ask, so this is where the GenAI that we were talking about. Okay? So it can generate, and then it can also validate. So you can use the system to do itself. Okay, it can do the validation. Can you verify all the code in this project and tell me if something is missing or you find any bugs? Okay, so this basically what it is going to do is, instead of me looking at it and confirming, itself is going to now look through and review the code. Okay, and the fun part is it is telling me that to do review server-side code for bugs and missing component, review client-side code, test API endpoints for database operations, check for security vulnerabilities, check package.json for configuration and dependencies, verify front-end routing and component integration, identify missing error handling. So the beauty is that it will do, and then so it finds that all the dependencies are not there. So it's asking me, can I install the dependencies? I said yes. It is now going to install. So you can see that node modules are being built. Okay. But here's the fun part. It actually missed it. Okay. It made a mistake that node modules should be inside the client or it should be inside the database, but it is actually outside both of those folders. So it cannot work. So let's see if it identifies the problem. Okay. So it did identify. So it is saying that it needs to do a CD client, go into the client folder and then do the install. Okay. So let's, yeah. So it already did that. Okay. It already went and did it, but it has not done it for the server. Okay. Now it is saying it wants to run the project. Okay. Now, when it runs the project, that project is throwing an error because there is a code error.
So this means developer intervention is needed.
At this point in time, you have to a developer, not only a developer, you need somebody who understands this to be sitting.
Right.
Okay, so if you don't understand and you're a business person, at this point, it is not going to be able to do things. If it is simple things, you can do. So let's see what it did. Okay, most critical bug. I'm curious to run this to see how functional it is. Okay, I want to run the project. Can you help me to run client and server? Okay. Now I'm going to go shut down my other servers because I have a number of them running on my machine. I'm going to shut those off so that it okay, I have 3 servers running. I have all of those shut down. So let's see how this guy performs. Okay, I'll help you to run both client and server. Let me guide you through the process. To do, it is doing all the verification. Perfect, all dependencies are installed. Now let me start both services. Okay, this now is actually starting it on its own. Okay, when it is starting on its own, unfortunately, we won't see the logs or commands. Okay, I mean, what is going on the console, we are not able to see, but it can see itself. Okay, so you can see what it has done is it actually launched my project manager project. So let's say that I say Nathan, that's correct, and I'm going to pick a password, test 1 2 3 4. I'm registering as a user. It says something went wrong. Okay, and something went wrong. I don't know what has gone wrong. Let's see what has gone wrong. Okay, let me register again. Okay. This is a course error because this is running on port 3000, but the server is on 5000.
5000, yeah, that's right.
Okay, so it's basically it is not able to do. Okay, so what it is now doing is, see, it is reading the console like us, and it is fixing on its own. That's why it is running on its own. So for some reason, it started the server 2 times. So it is saying that port 5000 is already in use. So I'm now going to start on port 5001. So now I need to intervene, and I'm going to say shut down both server and client. Okay. Let me shut down.
Instead of doing comments, can you command the things? I mean, can you issue command to do the things? I don't know.
What do you mean by that?
So what I am trying to say, instead of plain English, can you do the .start or something, that command prompt?
No. So let me kill all the server, kill the server running on 5000 and 5001. Okay, because it was running on both. Now, what I'm going to do is, okay, do you want to proceed? Yes. Do you want to proceed? Yes.
Okay, so it's automatically issue the command.
Yes, it's asking for permission, and if I say yes, then it is going to do it.
Okay, it generates. Okay.
It is doing the core, because I cannot type as fast as this can.
I understand.
That's why I'm accepting all of them. But what I'm going to now do is I'm going to launch terminal, and I'm going to go into server, and I'm going to do npm run dev.
Yeah.
So this now is running the development server.
Right.
Okay, but I also need to run the client. So I'm going to go to cd client and npm run dev. Npm run start. Okay, it says something else is running on. Okay, somehow it is starting both, so that's fine. So now I'm going to register. Okay, this time it registered. Okay, because what it has done is it actually fixed the course problem.
Course, yeah.
Okay, so it is okay. How did it fix that problem? What it has done is, I was thinking of setting up this proxy. It actually did the proxy. Okay, so on the client, it set up a proxy which is actually going to 5,000. So that is why the course is no longer a problem. Okay, so let's create a new project. Okay, run. Sayu, what is that NASA project that you took on?
NASA Apps Challenge, Space Apps Challenge.
Okay.
Space Apps.
Oh, SpaceX?
No, Space Apps.
Oh, apps.
APPS.
Okay. No, there's a space in between space. Yeah.
Space apps. Okay. And we are going to start the project in August, and it is going to be finished in October 4th. Create the project. It has created the project. Okay. Task 1. It is unassigned because there is only Nathan is the only one here. Due date is August 9th. Okay, let's see if it is going to, no, it's Kanban board. Task 5. Okay. Okay, so I don't know, I can't click on it, I can't do anything. Okay, so I want to implement a small part that, so I'm going to say, okay, it is saying something. Do you want to, that is still running on its own. Yeah. Okay, let it finish what it is doing.
So while it's running, you only change the database.
No, because earlier I said to shut down the servers, so it started. Now I'm going to say that I can see the Kanban board, but I want to be able to drag and drop. Okay, let's see if we can do it. I can see the Kanban board. I want to enable drag and drop between swim lanes. Okay, so this is where, so the prompt that I'm typing is good prompt, so it is going to do. But if you didn't know what you are going to be asking, it may or may not work. Okay, so what it is doing is that it is now going to install a plugin, React Beautiful DND. It is installing. Okay, and then it is going to update the project detail component with a drag and drop, and adds drag and drop styling, test drag and drop functionality. Okay, it found some problem. So it is now rewriting the project detail component with drag and drop feature. Let's see the client and in the source. So I can see the project details. So you can see that it it's still doing the coding. Okay. So you can see the code that it wrote. It is actually deleting all those lines and then it is rewriting the code. Okay, all the green parts are new code. All the red parts are removed code. Okay. Okay, so it is saying that it has implemented. Let's see.
You might want to do a hard reset now.
No, it should launch. It should have launched. It didn't. Okay, it is not working. it put the 4 points for click and drag, but it is showing me dragging everywhere. So I'm just going to say dragging is not working. Okay, so it is now trying to do okay, React S3. Let me check the index file first. Okay, it has removed the strict mode, verify React beautiful compatibility. So already it is throwing some errors in the front end. Yes. Okay, so it made the compatibility check, so I don't see the errors anymore. And it says refresh my browser, and I can drag and drop now. Great. Okay. I want to be able to edit as well because I'm now not able to edit this. So let's say when I click on a task on the and then board, pop up the edit task.
Drag and drop just swapping just not merging with the task.
Sorry, Prakash, I cannot hear you. Can you please repeat?
What I'm saying is drag and drop just a swapping madri. It is not merging with multiple tasks. For example, in progress to-do list merge.
I don't know whether it did it. That's what I want to check.
Or it is just adding FIFO or LIFO model.
I don't know, but that
normally it is drag and drop.
I need to check that. That's why I wanted the edit so that I can see if it is editing the data.
Okay.
It won't merge. It will be separate item. Like you said, it is FIFO.
Okay. There is a simple way to see it.
Okay.
Okay. So it did make a call. Let's see the payload. Okay, priority high, but okay, I don't see the in progress, so it is not marking the tasks. Let's see if it even has in progress. Oh, status. Status, see, it's at done. Okay, let me move it to in progress. See, it changed the status to in progress. So if I reload, it will be coming back to the same place because it is sitting in the database like that. So what it has done is basically it has added an edit button, and I can now edit this task. Okay. So the thing is, that's why I took this example, because I know that this will work, what I was going to show. Certain things it will not work, certain things it will work. But this, the way it has done, even though I had a vague prompt, I didn't specify. Say, for example, if I wanted MongoDB to be my backend, okay, I should have said that my tech stack is, I should have defined. In my prompt, I have to define in the first prompt. If you didn't do it, then it goes and generates a lot of things. So if your prompts are vague, especially in a large project, so I'll show you one of my project. So this is my server side for the InMobi project. So you can see the amount of classes, and I don't have everything open. Okay. When you have a project at this level, and if your prompt is not correct, I have seen it actually goes and messes up the code. Okay, because it starts to modify without you, it tells you, but then if you have okayed it once, it's just going to keep going. Okay, that was my server side, and this is my client side code.
I have one question, sorry.
Yeah.
If you make changes in YAML file about the configuration of database, will it pick up while building? No?
So that's where I have not shown, that's where you need to connect an MCP server. If you do a MCP server, what it will do is it will automatically go and figure out and talk to the database and get the latest schema, everything.
Okay.
Yeah, if there is a mismatch, it will automatically figure out, and then it will even tell you that there is a problem.
All right, thank you.
Yeah. Okay. So we started at 8:30 and now we are at 10:30. I can continue, and I can, I can answer questions. If feel free. I'm going to be here until the last person leaves. So any questions so far? Only Rajan and I talked. Anybody else? Sayur, you want to say something?
Yeah, it's I think the Claude Code, the demo is very good. I think it's still I think the vibe coding is still more to improve, because we have to intervene in between to make the code working, right?
Yes.
So I think hopefully in another, maybe sooner, it's going to be like just one sentence, and without we are intervening, like giving more prompts, it's gonna do the everything like with the build app and run it by itself. I think so.
I don't think it will get to that level. I would not use that. I can tell you that. If it goes that much, like, I mean, you work for CIBC, you like, I mean, there are each company, you have your current structure of, you have your insurance and you have to look after certain things and you need to maintain the security and all. This, like many companies have policies against open source. So this is now you have an employee who created, who doesn't listen to you. Okay. So who who starts to, like, if you didn't listen to your manager will give you a warning. You have to see some of my chat. Actually, I'm fighting with it. Because it doesn't listen. So I'll go and say, why are you not listening to me? I told you that.
No, I have seen that battle, Nathan.
So it will say, I'm so sorry.
Yeah. Okay, I'll correct. And then, okay, now you are good. I made a mistake. It will accept.
Yeah.
So if you use foul language, then it won't.
I never used it, so I cannot comment. I never used anything like that. So, but I have basically I would fight with it in a polite way that I would argue with my employees. Okay, so I have tried all of them: Chat, Gemini, Klein. Klein is a good one actually. So I was using Klein. Klein, what it does is it does an amazing thing. It will run the client in a small window, and it will take a screenshot of that window, and it will do an analysis and say whether it is all fine. So it is as good as you running the test. The only thing is, if you let this guy go, you give a small task, it does. Like one task I gave, it costed me something like $75 running on the LLM on Claude. Okay, because the thing with Klein is you need to put your own. So you can see I'm running it with Claude Sonnet model. I have to put my own API key so that it will run against my cost. And so Claude is pretty expensive. And one command that you gave, it can generate so much garbage, unnecessary code, and everything. So it becomes a waste of money. But Claude Code is actually good. So if you see, no. You can see in the last, my subscription renewed on 17th, and today is 29th. In 12 days, I have used $1,200 worth of credit. But the good thing is, if I go through Klein, I would have had to pay this. But because I have the max subscription, it's a flat rate. That's why you have to use Claude, because if you want to use Claude Sonnet, but OpenAI has its own model. So if you are using the OpenAI, GitHub Copilot, you can pick Claude Sonnet, or you can pick 4.1 or 4. These two are unlimited models, so you can use as much as you want on 4.1 and 4.0. And these are premium models. On the premium model, you only get limited premium calls. So I'm on the $30 plan. In 3 days, the premium run out. 3-4 days. So we, like, all my developers have the $30 plan, or the big plan. And it's basically, we run out of it in the first week itself. So that's, and also what I find is with 4.1 and 4.0 open ChatGPT, it will do the plan and then it will come and confirm every little thing. So it takes you much longer to develop, and also it will come and give you options. So I find it a little annoying, but sometimes maybe it is good. I find for user interface, Sonnet is the best. And for backend, if you're doing server-side Node.js code, then these are okay. This is my experience. I could be biased, but my limited time that I have been testing with, this is my finding.
Can you go, Brash?
is there any what you call guide for prompt development? I mean, the prompt samples or something
That
might they provide?
That's why I created my own book.
It's an open ocean. It's an open ocean. Your imagination is your prompt.
Yes, yeah.
Oh, I see. Thank you.
It's like, it's like, what can I say? It is like writing code. So in code, everybody teaches you the syntax, but not too many people teaches you the actual real project. Very few people teach us actual project. So that's why I took a real project today. I didn't want to just give you a hello world using that. I took a real project and I took you through the whole thing. And we were done in half an hour. But I can beautify this. So if you can see. But this is not the full architecture. So by the time I run and all of this, normally a project this simple would. How long would it take you, Rajan?
I believe 5-6 months. They will put 6 months.
No, not for this. Like for this is just a basic thing.
Oh, I said yes. Yeah, maybe 30 days or whatever.
Yeah, this will be. I would say about 6 to 7. It's a 1 week job.
Okay.
But I was able to do it in half an hour.
But you have to put into test team, no? Either.
Yes, yeah. I do need to put this through test team, but still I will be done in 2 days.
Okay. Yeah.
So what I see is, I'm sure you guys are listening to the big people that are talking. So Satya Nadella is saying Microsoft now writes about 30% of their code with AI. And many of the others are saying the same thing. 30% is done by AI coding. I believe that that is probably it will go to 50%, and it will save quite a bit of time. So project that took you a year to do, now you can do that project probably in about 2 months. But the people that you need to have is no longer junior people. You need to have very, very senior people.
100%.
Because that is the problem, that the biggest problem and the challenge that I see. Because, see, I never coded in React, but I have been from 1993-94. I have been coding. There was about probably 3 years that I didn't. 3 years, 4 years, maybe I was at very high management level, so I didn't code. But other than that, every month I at least code something. And real projects with the customers, I will take some 1 or 2 module and code myself, so that I was always staying in the technology. So I can easily start reading and understanding. So last few, maybe 6 months, 8 months, or a year, I have been trying these things. So now I'm starting to understand React. If I have to write it from scratch, I cannot, but I know where the problems are coming. You need to be at that level. And then the second thing is, your thinking level has to be at an architect level. You cannot be at a software engineer level. That is one of the eye-opening things that happened to me after doing this. And that was one of the reasons why I told Sayu that I would like to run this session, because when I came to that event, the in-person event that we had, as I was talking to a number of people, what I found is they were not really looking into the AI. And if you are especially in the job market, you're going to be competing with somebody who uses AI. And imagine if you are not using AI and I am using AI, and both of us are applying for the job. the job will take you 1 month, and for me, it could take me 3 days or 5 days, 1 week, let's say. So the productivity is 4 times, 5 times for sure that you're getting. But you need to be at a good caliber. If you're at the beginning, it's going to be really, really tough. And that is the reason why beginners are having hard time finding a job either. Okay, this is going to be a chicken and egg situation. I have some slides that I didn't go over, but I can show you. This is what I think is going to happen in the next 10 years. This is from 1800 to 2000. The world population, if you see this blue graph, world population has gone from, say, 2.5 billion in 1950s, and by 2010 it has gone to over 8 billion in terms of the number of people. But if you see the farming population, in the 1800, 80 to 90% of the people farmed. Okay, today we have about 3% of the people farming, but they are able to feed everybody well. Okay, in fact, we have more food. There is no food shortage. There is, if you look at the amount of food wastage and the people who go hungry, there is a huge imbalance. It's just that the food that is being thrown in one place, it is not available in the place where the people are starving. Okay, but the world is producing that much. The same thing that is going to happen that in the software world, I think over a period of time, the professional software developers who are going to be, they're going to be probably very small number of people who will be doing. But some people can do simple things. Okay, so let me give you an example here. So I'm going to create a file, and I will say, I'm going to save this as mortgage calculator.html. Okay, I have saved this as mortgage calculator HTML, and okay, why are you not listening to me now? Okay, this should be changing to see my mortgage calculator. Can you write a mortgage calculator in HTML, CSS, and JavaScript in mortgage calculator.html file? I want you to make the inputs as parameter. I want you to make the inputs where I can input the necessary parameters. Hope you let them with default values. Okay, let's see what this guy is going to do. Okay, so now it has created a to-do list. It said create HTML structure for mortgage calculator, add CSS styling for professional appearance, implement JavaScript calculation logic, and input validation and error handling, test calculator with different scenarios. Now, I think some of the things that I don't see it outside. So it said test calculator with different scenarios. I believe what is actually going on is that it predicts the logic, and then it is in memory, it is running those loops or running those tests on the code by itself, because I don't see the test code. I've seen this in many cases. So it is doing something. Okay, it went and created this file. Okay, you can see this is a 556 line code, and let me take that and run it. Okay, look at the mortgage calculator that it created. Okay, $500,000 and down payment of 180,000. 30-year term. Okay, I don't want to press the calculate. I don't remove the. I want to say this. Remove the calculate mortgage button and dynamically calculate my answers as the values change. Okay, let's see what is going to happen. Okay, so it went and removed the code. Okay. Okay, so now the calculate button is gone. Let's see. Okay. As I am increasing down payment 100,000. So see, it even has all the error handling and everything. Okay, I want the amortization to be 20 years. So what has happened is that the low-level simple programmers who did these little things that some of the companies that were doing, they are going to have real problems. Okay, and I have seen in India, I have visited many companies in north, south, east, west. And there are many companies. Like if you go to a certain area, like you go to Kolkata in Sector 5, there is like, I don't even know how many. There is like thousands and thousands of software shops that do outsourcing to the entire world. Okay, these are the people that are doing like mobile apps and simple websites, and those people are going to have real hard time finding the job. Okay, so that I see it as a challenge for some of the companies, because now all of a sudden you're competing in an unfair place. So I didn't show you this, that as part of NMOBI, we have a website builder where you can type here and it will create the code and it will put it in, and then it's automatically published to the internet because you're actually doing it on the internet. The code. So because here you can generate the code on your computer, but now you need the infrastructure to run this whole thing. So that part is something that you can basically define which domain you want. You will be able to define custom domains as well. It will automatically manage the SSL and everything. And we will have a designer as well. This is designer based. You can drag and drop and create some. This is my development version. So this is just to build the website, and then you can. This is a crude version that I'm showing, but you can see that. So all of this you will be able to do, but then you need a whole infrastructure to run this whole thing, whether it is small or large. So that is why Google, what they have done is they released Firebase Studio. The Firebase Studio, what it does is it's like a Visual Studio that runs on. It's like a Visual Studio running on your Chrome browser in one window. So you're doing it, and then what is happening is that it is already working in the infrastructure, and then it will be easy for them to move it to the right production server, so it can easily run. You don't have to set up the servers and everything. Any other questions? How many of you have seen this before? Can you raise hand or?
No, I never seen this before. It's really a great experience to participate in this meeting. Thank you so much.
Okay.
I'm not seeing this. It's I'm not seeing this, but it's an eye opener for me.
Yes, yeah. That is the reason why I told Sayu, because the other day I was talking to some of the people, but I don't want to name. But what I felt is that they are missing because today somebody who is hiring, they are not hiring for your past experience. They are hiring to figure this out.
It's a very, very useful demo.
Yeah. So
as an experienced person, I believe it's a very useful.
Yeah. So one thing that I am thinking, sorry. So I had a slide here. If for those who are in the software business, SaaS really dead? Okay. So software as a service is what SaaS is. Okay. I think what is happening is that it's still going to be SaaS, but now what you're going to do is you're going to provide service as a software. Okay. So you cannot be selling software anymore. You have to be selling service. People want to save time. People want to save money. So how does it work? So in the case of AgentTeammate, what I am telling my clients is that I give you AI-powered assistants or AI agents, okay? I don't talk about CRM and I don't talk about all the other things. I say I'm giving you Athena, who is an executive assistant. I have not shown the one that I was showing you, the contact creation automatically, that is Athena. Leo is an engagement and qualifier. Okay. Leo, basically, what it does is it has some components that sits on your website, not on your website. Like, I mean, we provide the website also. On the website, people can come and chat in their natural language, and people can get answers, and we can program it the way the real estate agent wants. So what happens is that the chat can actually feel like you're actually talking to the agent. Okay, it will ask you the right question, and it will, if we train in that area that they are familiar with, it will do that. It will get the information and all of that. Okay. Then Maya is your marketing specialist. Maya does automated content creation. Okay. Maya will create images and videos. And then it will even post it to your social media. Okay, this is a whole service. Today, you do it manually. In fact, what we are doing is, because we want to train these models and prompts properly, so we are also starting with human and AI combined. And then at some point, maybe 3 months or 6 months down the road, Maya will be basically create the content and do all of those things, because it has got better than it is better than my human social media content creator. Then Ivy, which is a personalized nurturer. So this will constantly look at the CRM, and then it will reach out to the people automatically. And then it will say how you're doing, happy birthday for birthday, anniversary wishes. All of that will be automated. So it will keep the people engaged, so that the people know that, okay, this guy that I dealt with, he's keep on sending me. Okay, it's his assistant that is sending. Now, today, all of these, you would need to have like 3 or 4 agents, or people are paying thousands of dollars. I'm able to do it at a fraction of the cost. Okay, and this is another place where I think, like, I mean, Sayu and the founders of TechTamil has been talking about that we want entrepreneurs and we want a healthy entrepreneurs community. I see a lot of opportunities where we are going to be able to disrupt the players that are on the market. Okay, so what I am looking at is, from Innovator perspective, a couple of things are going to happen. If you look at Salesforce or something, you buy that software and then you spend $1 million customizing it. If you're going to spend $1 million customizing it, maybe you can wipe code your solution faster than buying Salesforce and then implementing Salesforce. Okay, so there will be a time when you will say that, you know what, I don't need this big software. So if it is like Rogers or some of these big companies, they can afford to put a team together which actually builds custom software rather than buying software and customizing it for them. Okay, this is what I'm doing, and I think I'll come out in the next few months. And the way I'm looking at doing is, I'm not looking to charge at a per user based fee. I want to charge a per company where you pay based on usage. There is a platform fee, access fee, and then there is a whatever you're using, because anyways, that system is going to fall apart, because you have 200 users on Salesforce. Now, AI agents are connecting to Salesforce and using. All of a sudden, the AI agent is just one user or one API call. So you don't need the 200 user license anymore. You can live with 25 license, and then you have AI agents or AI like ChatGPT talking to Salesforce. All of a sudden, Salesforce is not going to be able to sell all those licenses. So I don't know what is going to happen to this current SaaS market. It could fall over the next few years unless they come out with something very, very solid. That's why Salesforce is coming up with, in a strong way, AgentForce. And Mark Benioff is talking about AgentForce only, because he's basically saying that this is the only thing that we are going to bet on. So join the WhatsApp if you're interested. And what I'm going to do is, I'm going to build this in public. Once I have a basic version, I'm going to put it out, allow people to use, and then give me feedback. And I'm going to continue to build. So you will see weekly progress on this.
Job, I think so.
Yes, yeah. So if you are in the market today, you will need to master these tools, because these tools are part of the development. So see, I'm not nowhere else. You as a developer, you're all day, you're going to be in Visual Studio. I'm in Visual Studio.
Yes.
And it's all fully integrated with Visual Studio and coding. So this is as good as you typing code. It's just that you got a superhuman friend who is sitting next to you and coding whatever you tell.
Yes.
Okay. So you have to get familiar with these. And this, there are tons of them. If I just search for like, AI code in the extensions, you will find so many of them. See, Code, Continue, I don't even know them. Okay, ChatGPT, Tab9. Tab9 used to be a good one. Windsurf. This is the company that ran into some problem. OpenAI was going to buy them for $3.8 billion, and then it fell through. Blackbox, Code GPT, Lingma. But I would say that you pick one or two, Claude Code and GitHub Copilot. GitHub Copilot is actually more reasonably priced. Okay, GitHub Copilot is the basic. It has a free version, but it doesn't have too much. It only gives you access to the models. Let me just tell you. It gives you access to these two models, GPT 4.1 and 4.0. You should buy the $10 per month package, which gives you $10 US. And that gives you access to a little bit of premium. And that will be the premium models is what you need for decent coding task. Okay. This so $10 a month, and then they have a $30 US per month package. And Claude is little different pricing. Claude Code pricing. So Claude Code is $17. This is all in US dollars, and then $100 per month. I went to $100 and I finished the credit in a week, so I had to go to the $200 one, which is 20 times more. So if you're doing full-time coding, which I was not doing, and then I've been doing for the last few months actually, and I'm testing also. So that's why I learned a lot. So I thought I'll share it with the community. So you can even do it with this, because you need to learn the fundamental. Anyone who is in the market, and also I thought I saw Parry. Parry, are you there? Any of you from data science team?
No, I am the person.
Okay, there was okay. I thought I saw Parry was also here. I think he left.
I'm working from data science.
Okay, I think he left. So if you see in the data science, you write a lot of code with pandas. Okay, so pandas AI. Okay, so you normally write with Panda for all your data analysis. Okay, this is coming, Pandas AI. There was an open source version as well. I want to show you this. Okay, this. So with this, what happens is that you just connect to your database. Okay. Then you can start asking natural language queries. So you can do this, and okay, let's quick start. I'll give you some of the sample queries. So here you basically gave a CSV file which has company's detail, and then you're giving the company databases structure. Okay, you're giving what is the column and what is the column type, and then the description is very, very important because it is making decision. The LLM is making decisions based on the description. You load the query, then you ask, what is the, so you have given Coca-Cola stock as data, and then you have given the company's data. Then you can ask in natural language, instead of you sitting and writing SQL query, you say, what is the volatility of Coca-Cola stock? This will write a SQL query that will take you 3 days to write. It can write complex SQL queries depending on your question that you're asking. And then what is the average revenue per region? Okay, and then you can say, compare the revenue between Coca-Cola and Apple, where you are basically giving stocks and companies. Okay, so if you didn't learn the Pandas AI and you only know Panda, you can see the gap. The gap is not 20% increment. The gap is 10 times the increment. What it will take you a month to do, the guy who is using this may be able to do it in an hour.
Yes, yes, it's really eye-opening. This is first time I'm seeing the Pandas AI, and I really having a thought. This is what I learned at the beginning of the time. I create the dashboards, so it's all creating by itself.
So this will even see. I didn't go through this. So it takes care of security and okay, AI dashboard. Okay, so you load the company heart data, which is basically the heartbeat, which is the stock beats. Then you can ask question and ask question in natural language, and it will generate graphs. It will export you CSV files, the whole thing. So
thank you so much, sir, to give to show it is. I really like this session.
Because you said data science, so I said, okay, let me just open this up. This was not even in my plan.
Okay, yeah. Thank you so much.
Okay, anybody else? Ravianna, you are still there, quietly. Okay, anybody else?
It's a very very detailed information which you shared, sir. It's really very we are blessed, and thank you for receiving all this information. It's இவ்வளவு நாள் நம்ம இந்த சைட்ல இருந்துட்டு இருக்கோம், டெவலப் பண்றோம், எல்லாம் பண்றோம். We are not moving, அது என்ன சொல்லுவாங்க, அது நம்ம நிறைய எக்ஸ்ப்ளோர் பண்றது கிடையாது. We are just looking in and we are working in a circle. Daily work போறோம், வீட்டுக்கு வரோம், அப்படியே தான் இருக்கிறோம். But today we have learned a lot of information, even for the Pandas one. It is really helping. Thank you so much.
Thank you. You are welcome. That was the main reason why I took it, because I'm talking to a number of people, and because see, this whole industry is evolving at a pace. It is so hard to keep up, and whatever I learned, if I can share it with, then some people will get benefit. Even if you can improve your performance by 2 times, it's free time.
But in the மாதிரி AI use பண்ணிட்டு இருக்கும்போது we need to know the understanding of the fundamentals basically. When if that system throws any errors, that is understanding.
That is what I'm saying. So today, as of today, you are not able to write code without knowing the code. But so there is this company called Base 44 AI. Okay. This company is an interesting one. You can give it a try. I mean, you can give it a prompt and it will go and do everything, front end, back end, the whole thing, and it will publish the app for you. Okay. It's called Base 44. I think they were only in the market for about 8 months or 10 months. They got acquired by Wix for $80 million. About a month ago, they got acquired. But this is where the world is going. So it's going to be a fun. I don't know. Like many people ask me, what do I think? I don't know what to think, because many people are doing things that are going to simplify your thing. Okay, so this is another slide that I didn't cover. So if you see from 1990, if you look at it, by 1990, TV was already 80% on the graph, okay? And then if you see in the 1990s, the internet came, and then the smartphone came. Now, AI came in 2022. If you see, it has already surpassed the internet, okay? This is where the gap is. So if you, for whatever reason, you were busy and you were doing your work, like Prakash, what you said, if you were focused on a narrow area and you're busy working with your current work and family, you go by one year or 6 months, you missed a lot. Okay, especially for us, we need to be in the field, because we still have a career for another 20 years or 30 years or whatever your age is and whatever your market is. Earlier, whenever changes happened, it took 20 years before you could actually see the change. With AI, 8 months, 5 months, 3 months, the changes are happening so fast. If you didn't catch this train, the train left. So see this here, when car came, it took 60 years for car adoption to get to a 60%, 60 years for the adoption. Television came, it took 30 years. So it's a generation. Okay, 25 years is one generation. So computers, when it came, I know people who used to, people who didn't really learn computers, okay? But they were able to survive because it took 20 years. So they were able to learn some basics and survive through. Internet came, it was not much to learn. Basically, whatever you were able to access in computer and home, you were able to access it from phone. Your workflow changed, but it's not a huge impact. But this AI, all of these gave us a small percentage increment in our lifestyle and improvement in our life. AI is a multiplier. So it is going to give you 10 times benefit or 5 times benefit, depending on what you're doing, maybe 2 times benefit. But it's not a 20%, 10%. So you cannot miss this train. And one thing that I see is you cannot fight it. So if you see this, I don't know if you guys anybody heard of the BC, British Columbia port? People were striking in the beginning of the year. I don't know how many of you are following. So this is the port employees. They were fighting, or they were basically protesting that their job is going by automation, and they didn't want DP World to do the automation. Okay, so DP World basically saying that we have to automate, but they didn't end up automating. So if you look at it, Vancouver Port, in terms of our productivity, we are only doing about 650 10 food equivalent units. Okay, this is like per worker. If you see Shanghai, Vancouver is doing 650. These guys are doing 1600. Look at the productivity. This is Shanghai, and this is Rotterdam, Amsterdam. And so we have to use technology. We cannot fight it. So by these people fighting, what is happening is that we are not benefiting from it. How are we not benefiting? There is definitely, I'm not against these people. I don't know what the solution is. Maybe the government has to jump in, because this is going to happen for many fields, not just these guys. So for these guys, they are going to lose jobs, so they are fighting, or basically striking. If you don't implement the latest technology, logistics wise, everybody in Canada is going to be paying 10 cents or 5 cents more for logistics. Okay, because the cost is more. And if you are able to push at 600 versus 1600, if you have a ship line comes, you will be emptying the ship like 3 times faster. So instead of taking 3 weeks, they will be done in 1 week, load in 1 week, and then the ship goes in 2 weeks. Whereas if we are slow, it's going to take us 3 weeks to empty, 3 weeks to fill it in. So now it is going to be 6 weeks, the delay that is going to happen. So it has effect on everywhere. I don't have a solution. This is something that somebody has to think about. That's why, I saw last week Sam Altman was saying that this AI development currently happening in a room where there are no adults. So nobody is thinking, everybody is like a kid. They're all running and they're all making things happen. Okay. But nobody knows what the cost is, because Sam Altman is saying ChatGPT 5, even he is scared the amount of capability that it is going to bring. And I'm looking at Claude Code, and it's like, we all of a sudden, we are a small team. We are now able to produce much larger amount. And at some point, I'm not going to be able to, I have to slow down.
Even the current Prime Minister promote AI, no?
Yes, yeah. So we don't have a choice. We have to get on AI, because otherwise other countries are going to get it, and other countries are going to be. It's basically, the way I see it, is productivity increment. At the end of the day, productivity is what decides the GDP of a country. So a country like Singapore, if they act in a group, and if they implement AI, they could be producing their GDP could match with maybe a country that is 10 times larger, and they have political problems, or politically they are not able to do things. So this is it. I see it as not a technical, I am in the technical space, so I'm more inspired, and I am looking at technical side of the things. But this is actually a bigger problem from other perspective. There's a lot of you are quiet. Raj? Anybody else has any questions, any comments? If you guys want me to do one more session focusing on something, we can do something. Sayu?
Yes, no. Let's see. We'll we can see that. Yeah. Thank you. I think, if everyone is good, I think we can, if you want to wrap up, right?
Oh man, it's 11:30. I didn't see that.
Yeah. It's really a good session. Thank you so much, Nathan. Because even being in the tech industry, we learned a lot, like new things. Yeah. So it's a really good one.
Okay. Let's just go by. JNB, Suresh, anything to say?
I'm Suresh anyways, not now, maybe next time.
Okay, perfect. Yeah. Ravian, are you still there? I see you are muted. Okay. Aloysius? And Bhavanandan. Okay. So I guess if Udayan, you joined us from the far. Udayan, are you there? Okay, Udayan joined us from Australia. Okay, perfect. So thank you. I guess we will end it. And look at, put your comments on the group, and please join the WhatsApp if I've given it in the chat. In the chat. And happy to see. Thank you. Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Bye. Thank you very much. Okay. Bye, everyone. Good night.
Thank you.
And if you're in India, have a good day.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.